Good morning, everyone, and a warm welcome to one and all. Accounting is considered as window of every business organization. With the increased usage of computers in the arena of accounting information system, we can see a drastic change from paper journals and ledgers to computer-based formats. So, along with this drastic change, it is necessary to integrate robotics into the accounting database. Application of robotics technology in accounting is nothing but an application of expert system-based software and other technologies during process of recording, reporting, and communication of business and financial information and also in the auditing process. This enables the business houses in easy and transparent reporting and communication of the business information and also to cater the needs of decision makers. By keeping in view of these aspects, we have organized this webinar to create the platform for sharing the knowledge on emerging aspects involved in accounting and auditing process. On behalf of GFGC Bilikere, it is a privilege and honor to extend a warm and a hearty welcome to all the participants to the live national webinar organized by Department of Commerce and IQSC on robotics for accounting and auditing. I am Gunashri, a assistant professor at the outset. Would like to welcome the researcher, Dr. R.K. Taylor, international author and academician. Welcome, sir. I would also like to welcome our principal, Professor S. Lingegoda. Welcome, sir. I
Thank
extend
you.
my hearty welcome to all my webinar organizing team, Dhanlakshmi, Indira, and Divyashri. A warm welcome to all our teaching faculty and office staff. Thank you all. Now, I request Professor Dhanlakshmi, IQC coordinator, to give a brief introduction of our institution and department.
Thank you, Gunashri. Good morning, everyone. I welcome all of you to our department's first national webinar. It is my privilege to introduce our college and department to you. Government First Grade College Bilikere started in 2007 and has been growing ever since. Our college is affiliated to University of Mysore and is NAC accredited since 2016 with 2F and 12B status. Our college has been efficiently serving the Hunsur region's higher education needs. We currently offer BCom and BA courses handled by a dedicated team of faculty and office staff. Ever since its dawn in 2007, with 35 students in BBM, the Department of Commerce and Management at GFGC Bilikere has grown leaps and bounds. This led to the initiation of BCom course in 2011. The department today houses a 170 students in total. Employability of our students has always been a major aim to us, along with enhancing their capabilities to the needs of a postgraduate course. In this way, the department organizes special lectures, seminars, technical workshops, skill development projects, industrial visits, commerce fest, training sessions, etc. The department's efforts have attained admirable fruition with its students going on to postgrad courses in prestigious institutions across the state and being placed in jobs of both public and private sector, and some even embracing entrepreneurship. Many of our students are even serving in the defense and police forces. The department hopes and strives to keep molding good citizens out of its students and serve our society. We are glad that you are all part of our national webinar this day. Now, I would request our principal, Professor S. Lingegoda, to initiate the webinar. Thank you again.
Thank you, madam. Good morning to all. I'm very pleased to say that our college faculty, under the guidance of IQSC, Department of Commerce, organized a webinar on robotics for accounting and auditing. It is a new and rare subject. The system robotics and computers are two dimensions to support business field in the land. But computers rapidly grown well in the field. Robotics is slowly enter into the field, but anyhow, our colleagues are trying to touch robotics actively to the business sector. We hope robotics may be accurate, transparent, and corrupt less in the field. So it is giving me immense pleasure to extend my warm wishes to all the participants of our national webinar on robotics for accounting and auditing. I also extend my warm greetings to the resource person, Dr. R.K. Taylor, sir.
Thank you.
So all the best. I request Divasri to introduce the resource person.
Thank you, sir, for giving this opportunity to introduce today's resource person. Dr. R.K. Taylor, international author and academician, expert in robotic accounting and automation in India. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our esteemed guests to our participants across the nation and abroad who have graced the presence in this webinar. Dr. R.K. Taylor is presently working as Associate Professor in Department of Business Administration, School of Business and Commerce, and Faculty of Management and Commerce, Manipal University, Jaipur, Rajasthan, India. He has done PhD in Commerce and post-graduation in Commerce and Business Management. He has worked as examination controller and HOD of Commerce and Management at Podar International College, University of Rajasthan from 2007 to 2010. He worked as moderator at IAS Jaipur. He also served as convener of Central Evaluation and also as research supervisor in the Department of Commerce and Management, IIS University, Jaipur. He has been member of BOS, Department of Accounting and Taxation in IIS Jaipur. Also, he is the member of examination panel of various universities of Rajasthan and various professional bodies like Indian Commerce Association, Indian Accounting Association, Inspira Research Association, and International Association for Research and Innovations. He has been national trainer of Institute of Management Accountants in the US. He is in the editorial board of various journals like Indian Journal of Accounting, Inspira, Journal of Management Research and Analysis, International Journal of Management Science. He is also international reviewer of advanced research with more than 20 international publishers and associations. He has chaired more than 50 national and international conferences. He has served as Vice President of Inspira Research Association Jaipur, Secretary of Indian Accounting Association Jaipur branch. He is also EC member of Indian Accounting Association. He was the co-chairperson of 71st All India Commerce Conference 2018. He has authored more than 100 books in the field of commerce and management. And he is honored with accolade of National Talent Research Award 2018-19 from the IIA, Best Research Paper and Quality Paper Award in the National Seminar on Contemporary Issues of Accounting organized by IAA. Sir, on behalf of Department of Commerce GFGC Bilikere, and I take this opportunity to extend my hearty welcome to you and request to share your valuable thoughts on the topic robotics for accounting and auditing. So, ladies and gentlemen, before moving on, I would like to welcome all the attendees who have just joined. Sir, now over to you.
Thank you so much, Diveshri. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, especially my heartiest thanks to Government First Degree College Principal Sir, Lingi Gowda Sir, and all the faculty members who have selected me to deliver my views on robotic process automation and robotic accounting and auditing and how we apply the robotics. This is very it feels very good for me whenever I interact with all the academician, because it is very difficult to teach the teachers. It is very difficult to teach the teachers. Reason being, I see it seems to be very younger as compared to some who are listening to me with my senior teachers as well. But yes, of course, the topic is vibrant. Topic is very good because we need to update ourselves. If we didn't update ourselves, then we will not be complete all the tasks which are we want in our commerce and management field. So with that, I'll especially thanks to Diveshri and whole of the team of this college who have selected me for my this presentation and giving me the opportunity to sharing my views on that topic. So I'm just sharing a PPT with the way. Yeah. Got it. Can I share a PPT? How can I share? So this would be a very impressive part, we can say. Yeah. So today's topic, which we are having, that is robotics for accounting and auditing. See, in business and commerce, from an ancient time, we have heard about accounting. Accounting, where we believe that it is an exchange. It is a way of transaction of exchange of foods, exchange of money, and day by day the term has been changed. And auditing, of course, a very important part where we think that yes, there is a transparency, there is a genuinity, and there is a accessibility of the firm. So, my friends, with this, I would like to say the scenario has changed. Present modern time has changed with the commerce. In present time, we would not be survive without information technology. The technology has changed the meaning of commerce. Now, the meaning of commerce is commodology. Commodology is a word where we have combined the commerce and information technology because we are implementing in our business. We want to grow ourselves with information technology. If I would say that in present pandemic situation, every businessman is working, the businessman is working just because of information technology, ICT tools, developments, and other parts also. So we need to understand first that the importance of comatology or information technology is very important for robotics. Then we talk about a very important aspect which is essential, that why robotic required. There is a big myth along with it, that why robotic required. In present time there are n number of challenges and opportunities we are having for adoption of robotics in our business and commerce. We need to assess the way that how we reach out the way through commerce and management, and how we get best optimum results to our investors too, because there is uncertainty for them. But where we need to apply all these aspects, what are the essential, and how we can evaluate and assess the firm's parameters, performance of the firm, performance of the employees, recording of the transactions, assessment, business expansion, business evaluation, and many more things. So for that purpose, and essentially we need to know that how we can implement all these aspects, how we can implement robotics for the growth of the business, for the growth of the individual, and for the growth of the transparency. Comes very essential part with the transparency, because in our accounting process or auditing process, we know there are a number of frauds have been identified by which the money of investor has been lapsed. So we need a very important aspect with it, that is a transparency, and it is a must part for every accounting and auditing process. We have a very good aspect relating to concept of 3A. Before adoption of any of the model, before adoption of any of the new technology, we must understand what is the concept behind it. Robotic accounting and auditing is also a basic assumption and developed for conceptual part, which would not be possible without aware of the concept of 3A. In this concept, the first A defines awareness. We should be aware about that robotics, what robotics is. When it comes in our mind, robotics, the image came out for a robot, maybe a robot like a human. But in accounting and commerce, in accounting or auditing, we don't require any human robots. We require the software or a programming by which we can reduce our difficult part, our analysis part, our data collection part, our result part, and transparency too. But we need to aware about it, that whether it will be applicable for us or not, how we utilize it in our business, how we utilize it in our commerce, and how it will impact to the business. Then the second part is applicability. The second A relates applicability. Without applicability, we would not focus of any of the concept. We would not apply in our business. We would not apply in our life too. So the concept is very clear. You need to be aware of about anything. You need to be aware about the applicability, and then very important part, adaptability. You have money to buy a car, you buy the car, it is necessity for you, but you must know that how you drive the car, where you can drive the car, and what are the major functions of it. Otherwise you cannot drive the car. It doesn't mean whether you have purchased a branded car or non-branded car, or a car with whatever you want it. So that concept of 3A is very important for adoption of robotics in the business and commerce. Let us begin with a very good funnel. I have taken an example for it. That is essential part, because we require the business evaluation. We require financial analysis for investors' investment. We require business forecasting. We often might, you are using in our daily routine life, Google has given. We have a smartphones in our hand to do anything. We want to reach from Jaipur to anywhere. We want to reach from Mysore to Bengaluru, which is the shortest way. What would be the time we require? Where is the traffic? What would be the minimum time lapse? Where are the major traffic points? Everything was managed by Google, and you don't know. Wherever you go anywhere, we find out that somebody is watching us. Somebody is watching us. We hide something from our parent. We hide something from our family. But at the evening, when you are sitting on a dinner table with your family, a pop-up came, please rate the restaurant. How do they know? They are reading. The system is reading. So we need to understand all the part which will be implemented for the development and growth of our business and audit purpose. So there are three important aspects where we need to apply the robotics: for business evaluation, for financial analysis, and for business forecasting. These three things are very essential, and that will be completed if we know all these things. Yes, we would be a successful businessman, and we can complete whatever task and whatever aspects and desires we have for our business and for the development of it, and that will be completed with only robotic accounting process. With robotic accounting process, the process of recording of transaction, analyzing, bank reconciliation statements, final accounts, everything would be very easy. Less minimum of time, it gives financial result to the investors, employees, management, and other internal and external parties who are directly or indirectly associated with them. There will be less chances of fraud, less human error, and minimum time. Then we have a very good aspect, that is a robotic accounting, how we apply. In present time, accounting and auditing, all things are relating with data analysis. The data analysis, which is a new form, we can say a big data. Cryptocurrency is there. In future, the future development part is cryptocurrency. Big data is there. AI is there. So all these things are incorporated in our business. Now we are finding how the accounting process and how the auditing process can be calculated, can be identifying to awareness the transparency of the system, to awareness the adaptability of the system, that whether the system is appropriate, whether the functions are appropriate, or whether the employees are working in a good manner. With the help of robotic accounting, every businessman may able to evaluate and judge and even control whatever the activities are performed by them in their business organization, what the employee is doing, what are the sale voucher, what are the purchase voucher, what would be the future investment. Can we go for the business expansion? Can we go for the new product development? That all the assessment can be done through robotic accounting, and that is a new dimension of business, I can say it is an essential for the development of the commerce student, commerce fraternity, especially accounting and auditing, because there are n number of fraud, my friends, by which we can be identifying as a question mark. We know very well that the balance sheet and all the financial final accounts may be window dressed. We are playing with the numbers, but actually what the number is, what the actual position of financial statement is, what the actual position of the business is, it matters a lot, and we need to take care with the help of these robotic process automation implementation in the business. So there are some major issues we are having with, because people are not ready to accept. People don't want to accept whenever we give them new idea. When the demonetization was taken place in India, it was very difficult to identifying the people. People was very unconfident about it, that how they'll manage that demonetization. Or we can say when the COVID was there, everybody was very frightened about it. Everybody was weird how the thing can be controlled and how they will manage. With this, we are having some issues. Unemployment. People are thinking, there are some myths, I believe. If robotic accounting will be implemented in accounting and auditing part, then there will be unemployment. My friends, there will not be unemployment, but there will be a diversion of their jobs. The skill will be more upgraded. They will be upgraded towards their salaries, they will be upgraded toward their profession, and they will be upgraded toward their profession as well as their potential too. Supply chain is also very good important aspect. The recording of supply chain would be very easy. I'm having the part, I'm giving some examples to you right now when we are giving an order, because all these part relating to our auditing and accounting. There was a very good important that when you want to buy a mobile from Amazon or Flipkart, you just place an order through your mobile phone sitting at your home. But on next day, you find out you can track wherever the things are available. Where is your parcel? Where is your document? And on which time and at which date you will receive it. And you have the number of delivery man also. That is the part. If we will apply that things, of course, it will be very good. Now talk about the government income. Of course, robotic process implementation is also important for the government income. Less minimum time for any project. That is also important for them to evaluate, to assess. In income tax department, we can say in the government department, many of the government department have implemented the robotic process in their work profile. They are giving total deadline for completion of a task. If the deadline is not there, the accountability can be transferred, and they want some clarification why this task has not yet completed. Then we talk about the business sustainability. The business sustainability is also a major issue during robotic implementation. Sustainability relates with the proper management, proper policy making, proper fund making, proper budgeting. So if we have all the forecasting with our big data, with the AI, with we can say n number of aspects which we need to implement in our business, of course, the business would be on the top priority. And then final consumer activities. When we do our business, we record transactions, and the transaction is not related to only one or two part. There are n number of transactions we are having for business expansion. There are n number of units and branches we are having, and these are relating to India and abroad also. With the help of robotic accounting, we can identify one click, one account. On one click, we can identify what is the present situation of debtor, what is the present situation of creditor, what is the present situation of the business as well. So that is important for the consumer activities as well. What will be the sale? What will be the process of sale? Everything we can identify. And yes, it is a safety and satisfaction too. In this case, we would importantly identify that whether the things will be satisfied or safe for the business person and other parties too. Investors may seek all the information. Yes, if they are investing, then they require the safety environment for their business. Whether they are comfortable for explanation or not, whether the amount invested by them is an appropriate or not, these things must be taken care of them. And of course, that is important part for their major important relating with the robotics. Let us talk about the challenges of robotic accounting. It is a new dimension, so everybody don't want to implement these things. So we have the major challenges that is toward the workforce, customer, technology, and business partner. It is important when we discuss about the workforce, nobody wants to adopt. Employees are in the myth that if robotic will be implemented in the organization, might be they lose their jobs. Might be they got transferred, might be the salary will be cut. No, it is not like that. The customers are also unaware about it. They are also not adopting the technology, and of course, some business partners too. So we need to evaluate all these things. Resilience is also an important part because we need to aware what is our planning, what would be the forecasting, how can we manage the cash, what are the other aspects relating to the knockdown effect, lockdown effect, whether the price will be increased, whether the cost will be increased, how we will manage. So it gives the safeguard against managing all these things. Then we talk about the return, where businessman wants it. If businessman required a better return out of his company, he may apply, created a good plan, good return, and the scale for their business expansion. That is also helpful by the robotic accounting. Then very important aspects we are having, that is reimagination, new product development. Friends, during this COVID-19, new businessmen were developed, new entrepreneurs were developed, and all these developed by adoption, by new technology, by new product development. So the reimagination is important, and that reimagination is applicable in robotic accounting, which is more important for the development of the business as well. And finally, we have reforms. Reforms are very important. Reforms require a proper business environment where they'll provide an actual base by which they can inculcate, they can reimagine, they can develop their employees, and a cooperative environment for the development of digital business environment. That digital business environment creates jobs, create employment, create faith, safety, and security of internal investors as well as external investors. Then we have the major other challenges of robotic accounting. People are not yet confident about that after implementing robotic accounting, would we better evaluate? But the challenges in future we are having with the old accounting system or traditional accounting system, that is zero error. We find out there are n number of errors are doing, accountants are doing by mistake and are there. That's why we are preparing bank reconciliation statement. Some trial and error we find out. We don't know what would be the efficient planning for the development of the organization. We need to evaluate, we need to assess the efficient planning. That's why we are having the budget section. That's why we are having planning commission in our companies. That's why we are having a separate sale for that. Similarly, we are having adequate forecasting. We are not aware about that. What would be the future sale? What would be the future requirement of it? And that will be very big problem which we are having, which we are feeling. And the important aspect, transparency, friends. In our accounting system, it is very bad thing that the transparency is zero. Many times when we are adopting old accounting system, we would not be focused about the transparency, and that transparency requires for the future development, future growth, and future sustainable. And finally, with the help of proper information, the biggest challenge for future accounting would be value creation. How we assess the value of the firm, how we assess that value of the firm in the aspect relating to other investment, other future investment, other companies, other sector branching, segment reporting, what. So these things are the major challenges of future accounting for the purpose of robotics. Then we have the awareness. So the three concepts which I told you earlier, that we have awareness, applicability, and adaptability. So the first thing I would like to focus here on robotic accounting, that is awareness. It is essential for everybody to aware about the robotic process automation for digital business environment. How we can apply the robotic process in our accounting system. What will be the software system which we require to design our business? It is not necessary, friends, that only one software will be suitable for everywhere. There are some other requirements. There are some separate requirements for FMCG. There are some separate required for a transportation sector. So as per that thing, auditor and accountant will sit together with the help of the IT department, and they'll develop a software. They'll develop a software robot for their digital business environment. Then they need to evaluate, aware about that, how they can implement less human error. These human error are essential, but if they apply the robotic accounting process, the human error can be minimized, and they need to understand it as soon as possible. Digital financial strategies. With the help of robotic accounting, the environment would be wider. With that, the experts will be available there. The businessman or the accountant can get solution at any time. 24/7 it is available online, so they can get the benefit out of it. So this is also an important aspect. And now expert advice. It is very important for awareness, because if you are not aware about anything, you can take expert advice. While in traditional accounting, you need to be wait, or you need to send your reports to your senior, and whatever remark he will, and it will take revert back to you a long time, which might be a big problem for them. And then digital reporting. Friends, in present time, we would be very happy to submitting everything on a single click. Mobile applications are there for submitting a good thing and good aspects. So it is also important for the robotic accounting. Now we need to discuss about that how what are the major area of growth of robotic accounting, where we can apply robotic accounting, and how the robotic accounting will be implemented. So I would say it will be very important for innovation of every business organization, not even service sector, not even production sector, not even manufacturing sector, but it can be applied in everywhere. Then we can go through with it. Training and development is very important. Now the training and development relates that employees should be trained, the accountant should be trained, the auditor should be trained to manage the transparent system on the robotic process, because with this he may get proper time and proper utilization of the resources of the company as well. Then we have information technology. They must be aware about the technology itself. And now they have business risk evaluation as well. Now the business risk evaluation defines and give them proper budgeting, proper planning, which would be very helpful for them for explanation and for assessment of their business. Proper entrepreneurship is also a very important aspect. They can evaluate which entrepreneur should be good. They can assess the entrepreneurial task, entrepreneurial finance they can manage, and they can adopt all the aspects relating to their sustainable development. So these are the major areas by which we can apply, in which we can apply the robotic accounting. And yes, this will really helpful for all business aspects, all over the country, all over the world. Then we have benefits of our robotic accounting. Friends, with robotic accounting, we can manage expense management. We are not aware about that what expense we required, what will be the overcapitalization or undercapitalization. In this case, the budget preparer, finance manager would be in the risk. But if he is having the robotic accounting process with the help of the past data, with the help of the big data, he may able to assess the expense management. And that is on a one click implemented by them. Then powerful invoicing. Friends, no need to do a repetitive task of journalizing and recording or invoicing. With the help of robotic accounting, everything was managed by the tax system. Everything will be implemented with the tax system of their system. Means, if I would like to quote an example of a shopping mall, when you enter in a shopping mall, your account will be linked with your identity, and that identity will be linked with your bank account, and whatever you want to buy, that will be automatically edited in your bill. And when you left from the shopping mall, automatic that amount will be subtracted or debited out of your bank account with your permission, with some OTP and all. So the invoicing is less. The invoicing would be quickly, and it will be transferred to the higher authority, and the reporting process can be done. Quick reconciliations. It is also there. when we apply the robotic accounting, there will be no waiting for for reconciliation. Every transaction will be transferred quickly. Every transaction will be reported to every authority, whether they are means without the delay of for managing the top business. There, what will be the minimum order quantity, what will be the reorder period, what will be the maximum level, what will be the minimum level, automatically pop-up will up with the help of our set standards in robotics. So it will be very easy for store manager, it will be very easy for businessmen to use the time in other aspects, business development, business expansion, innovation, instead of inventory management, when the inventory will be arranged, what will be the minimum level, when the order will be placed. So everything will be managed in a very good manner if we adopt robotic accounting in inventory management too. Now let us talk, it's also very important for optimum financial reports. Friends, we know very well about the reports are modified. We all relating with accounting and finance people, and we know, I have already quoted my statement that we play with the numbers, we play with game, but we don't have much money in our hand. We talk about crores and billions of dollars, but actually we don't have. We play with the digits in the computer and Excel, but we don't have actual amount in our account. So that is a generic way by which we can actually assess, actually give the report to the investors, to the management, so that they can prepare a good policy for the development of the business. And yes, role-based assess control. With the help of robotic accounting, you cannot divert your work on other person. You cannot divert your work on your senior or your junior. Whatever task is given to you, that ID, that control is given to you on your laptop or your screen, on your ID, that is for your responsibility. You are responsible for them. So automatically the diversion of role-based access control will be advanced, and of course the accountability of accountant, manager, finance manager, treasurer, or finance officer, CFO would be fixed. They will never deny their liability, they will never deny their responsibility for the development of their concerns as well. Now we talk about the very good important aspect, that is the meaning of accounting and auditing and how we apply. Friends, again I'm repeating my quote that in accounting robots are not robots basically, they are basically the computer softwares. These computer softwares will be designed, and already some companies have been using these by implementing their requirement of the business. Means banking sector require different type of model, insurance sector require different type of model, transportation sector requires different type of model. No need to go. You just require to sit with your CFO or your auditor that what are the essential aspects, what are the USP they want, and accordingly the IT department or IT guys will prepare that robotic softwares for you for your business growth. It has less human interaction. No need to interact with the human. Directly robot will there, just you need to look after the system, just you need to look after the process, and you will watch the growth of your business by implementing robotic process automation in your business and commerce. And then of course, it is a cross-functional process. I want to start a business from Jaipur, but I want to make one unit in Mysore, one unit in Mumbai, and one unit in US. It would be very difficult for me to roaming around. But if I will implement my robotic process in my business, I can connect it. Even I would like to say one example. Yes, presently we are connected. Presently you all are listening to me. That is through robotic process. That is robotic process. We can prepare everything, your data recording, and whatever those who have registered on WhatsApp, on Instagram, on your Google Doc, they have a list. The recording already been done by the Google. There is no interference of any human, any human being, and that is a cross-functional process also. Automatically it gives you the result. Automatically it gives you the diagrams, growth rate. So that is very important. But On the other hand, if we talk about auditing, yes, auditing also is impacted by robotic process. In auditing, automated voucher will help them to reduce to identifying the errors and frauds. But at the in a scale, they will automatically find that where is the error, what is the mistake. They find out during the internal control, internal check system. Automated reports will be created automatically. No need to prepare. No need to prepare the permission. No need to get the permission from the authority, and no need to beware with all the deadlines for that. And similarly, we can force that automated analysis should be there. No need to. We are just feeding the entry. Even we are not supposed to feeding the entry, and just we are just scanning the barcodes, and automatically everything is done. So it is a less human interaction. It gives authenticity. It gives transparency, and it gives the viability of your work that where you are doing. Apart from it, we need to talk about that how and where we apply that robotic process accounting. In the accounting and finance, it has been implemented in journal entries. No need to do it journal entry. I'm sorry, my friends. I'm sorry to all my students, all my teachers, all the senior colleagues who are teaching accounting. We all know that whatever we are teaching to our student, it has been obsolete. Then what is the relevance? Why we are teaching them debit credit? It has no value now. Why don't we teach them what is robotics, how the entry will be transferred? Earlier it was matter that only commerce student can do the accounting process, but now everybody, anybody who is having just knowledge about the keys, he can do it. So that basic knowledge should be upgraded. The system should be changed, and system should be upgraded. And these are in accounting records, in trial balance, final accounts, and journal entries. We have already implemented the robotic process for sales, account services, order processing, credit or debit evaluation. Yes, we are already being very good automated with the robotic process automation, and robotic accounting has been implemented for procurement. Means to the vendor management, who will be the vendor, what will be the bid price, to whom we are getting minimum price from them, invoice price processing, and inventory management, which I have already discussed earlier. These are also affected by the robotic process automation. And yes, in auditing as well, internal control, risk assessment, and audit sampling is also managed by robotics, and it is also important for them to evaluate and assess the transparency of every business organization. Now we talk about the challenges during implementation. It is very easy when we are listening that we need to adopt this thing, we need to adopt this thing. But what are the important challenges we are having for adoption of these important aspects? So we have employee assistance and onboarding. Normally, whenever any new technology will be implemented in business, it would not be possible for every employee to adopt these things. Employee are not ready to take up. So this is a big problem and big challenge faced by a businessman. For that, they need to give them a training. They need to give them the proper knowledge of the system, that how the system will work, and it will not affect their salaries and performance. This is a big problem with the employees, because employees are seeking their job. They are just thinking about if it is implemented, they might lose their job, which I have already stated. Processes have to be right. Now it is important part that robotic process automation is very important aspect for the growth of the development, for the growth and development of the business, inculcating all the aspects for their future benefits as well. But the process should be right. Means there are some separate processes for separate business aspects, separate type of industry. So we need to take care of that the process should be in an appropriate way, so that they may be converted, they may be adopted. Then we have setting up realistic expectations. Whatever expectations we have, let us begin with an example of recording in a hospital. We don't know that how much patients are there. We don't know what is a queue, what are the numbers are there in operation theater. We don't know what are the patients waiting for their wards. We don't know what are the patients who are waiting outside in outdoor from some doctors. But if we have some system, we have some tagging system over there, they can evaluate, they can assess that whatever time they require to investigate them through the doctor or anywhere. So this is a realistic expectation managed by the businessmen on the basis of their nature of business, and of course that will help them to increase their potentiality, to increase their profitability too. Then we have a mismanagement of responsibilities. Friends, all over the world we are suffering with office politics. It is very typical. One wants to upgrade, the other don't want to upgrade. This is a very big problem which we have. If anybody is illiterate about any technology and he or she wants to implement that technology into the business or into any system, others don't want to. So this is a common effort which was taken care by all of the employees along with the authorities. Then it will be success. Otherwise, it will be failure, and the whole amount invested will be in loss. Then we have lack of local team. Local team means it's a coordinated between the organization. Whatever the people who are working and engaging in the organization must aware about the process, the insistence of the adoption of the robotic process automation, because without adoption, all these things, they cannot survive, they cannot content with their profitable, with their viability, with their transparency of the system, and that will be a bigger question mark on them. Desirable but not economical. Friends, we should not forget an important aspect of the robotic accounting. After hearing me, or might be whenever you are hearing about robotics, we all want to adopt in our business, in our segment, wherever we are working for. But we do not forget that, yes, it is not economical. It requires huge fund. It requires huge support from the authorities. It requires huge support from the team. IT team is there, knowledgeable partners there, some value creation should be there, some support from financial aspects relating to higher management, policy, brand making, everything should be there. Then after you can apply into your business organization, otherwise it would not be possible for that. Then there's very important part which we forgot always after implementing anything. We start business, we start to doing anything, but we don't know how. If there is any error, then how we resolve it. So the replacement and maintenance of robotic process should be there. We need to maintain a recall team for managing the problems during implementation of RPA. If it is not there, then we would not be sustained. We would be the failure of the system, and that impact will be put on the employees, their motivation, their performance, which would be the biggest failure of the industry. So this is an important aspect by which we need to think first. Even I say it is an important aspect for every businessman, every industry, to think the backup plan. The repair and maintenance should be there. The experts should be there in your company. For that, you need to pay some extra cost also, but they will help you for the development of your business. I can say one example. Those the big companies or big banks, they are having ethical hackers. Hacking is there. Hacking is unethical, and hacking is ethical too. They are having the ethical hacker. Whatever problem they find out, they are just resolving it. So similarly, if you have any problem, if you will feel any problem in your robotic process automation in your business transactions, you must have a team to resolve your problem. Otherwise, the work will be vanished off. Then we have infrastructure issue. Yes, of course, when you apply robotic process, you need to have a good infrastructure facility, good internet facility, good systems, good environment, employees as well, IT savvy people should be there. This will also a big challenge for some industry, because we didn't find the appropriate people. So you need to manage it with the help of proper training, proper appointments as well. And then process analysis issue is very important. It is another important issue of your robotic adoption, and it is an implementation during the challenges, robotic process analysis. People are not aware about it. Normally, whatever process we need to follow, we'll start. If the process is from A to Z, sometimes we start with E to Z. Sometimes we start from Z to B. What happened? Nothing will happen, because Finally, we need to prepare a report, we need to prepare our invoices, we need to evaluate that whether we are in profit or loss. And ultimate profit of the businessman is to earn profit. But there are some two other aspects also along with the profit, friends. Number one, the profit earning is the same part. On the other hand, we need to do the social welfare and human welfare, which is essential, which is mandatory for every business organization. So what you are doing for them, that is essentially adopted in that major challenge of robotic process automation, and the analysis is essential for explaining all. If we use that robotic is new, I would say no, 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 no. It is not new. It is old. We are using in our personal life, friends. We are using in our regular life. We are using in our personal life. And during COVID, even I believe everybody in the world was using about the robotics. Everybody was enjoying robotics. They are using. They don't want to go outside. They have everything in your home. What is that? The people are there. You are doing on your applications, and that applications are robotics by the part of accounting and commerce. And we can identifying with the help of your IP addresses. So these IP addresses, you guys are secure. Your data is secure. Now the big problem with robotic, we are having only one. That is data security. That is the data security is the biggest problem. So we need to take care of that data should be in a proper hand. How we use the technology, how we use the robotics, how we implement the robotic in a business. If we know everything, you will be the successful businessman. We are also using the toll plazas. In present time, RFID system is there. You know very well about it. Don't need to stop on toll plazas. Just move out from the car. Automatically, amount has been debited. No need to stop over there. In banking sector, of course, they're calling you. They're calling you in banking sector. You go anywhere, some part are there. Go to ATM. No need to withdraw the money to wait with the person. No human interaction. Machine is talking to you, friends. In insurance sector, some USP in the softwares are there on the website. You just fill the information and they'll suggest you which plan would be better for you, which company would be better for you. Policy Bazaar is one of the good example of robotics. They'll give you that which option is available for you and what will be the best for you. FMCG sector, yes, we are having FMCG sector as well. You can find out everything. We have food pandas, we have grocery sectors, we have Amazon, we have Flipkart, everything you can find out right at your home. No need to go there. You just put an order. If you're a Prime member, you got next day delivery. These are the benefits. In IT sector, of course, we need to know how can apply. No need to go anywhere. You just file the complaint, automatically it will resolve, or automatically computer will be taken care of. Some software will be taken care of. Hospitality sector, of course, they are using the software robots. They are using for check-in, check-out for the software robots. No need to go there. And of course, in the medical sector, in medical sector, robotics have also been implemented. Robotic surgery will be there. Accountability there. Waiting time is reduced. They are using in all the aspects. And now, the major part. During COVID, friends, we all, as a teaching fraternity, education sector has also been adopted the robotics. Those teachers who haven't started their laptops, those members who don't know how to operate the computer, now they are having their own YouTube channels. Now they are teaching on the laptops. What is this? This is robotics, friends. They have been updated. They have been updated by doing. They have a proper record of their lectures. They have proper identification. They have quickly query solving, problem solving activities they are doing. That is an advantage of robotic adoption. So this is very important for adoption part for their robotics and for their part of it. And then this is an example which I would like to quote with you, friends. This is a model created by me, and it is a shopping mall model. In shopping mall, normally people won't enter in a room and they turn up into the inventory section. Whatever they want to buy, after that they need to stand in a billing counter. They need to wait for 20 to 30 minutes to clear their bills, and they may fed up in their lines. And after exit, they feel stress, they feel dissatisfaction, and they feel poor payment system. They feel very aggressive and from that particular mall. And due to these reasons, maybe the demand, maybe the customer satisfaction, maybe the customer rotation sale of these mall will be affected. But if there will be implementation of robotic process automation, robotic accounting, everything was managed, everything will be managed by the accountant auditor at same place at a particular section. And this way, after implementing of robotic process automation, means the chip system, the tag system will be installed at the entry of their customers. It will So this is an important aspect which we have discussed about, that before implementation of RPA, what are the aspects by which we can manage the customer and the auditor. Even if we are not talking about the customer, we talk about the accounting system, we talk about the auditing system, then the audit process can be done, the accounting process can be done with implementation of the robotic. And it would be turned up like that, that in inventory section there should be some sort of robot, there should be some sort of robotic system, so that they are identifying what is actual inventory level, which item is minimum, what is the minimum order quantity, what item has been come finished in the racks. So automatically they inform to the salesperson who is standing there, or the go down person, automatically that item will be filled. Then for the payment system, in present time we all are doing, friends, the payment through online, Paytm, Google Pay, Phone Pay, or credit card, or Amazon Pay balance, we are using it. These all are associated with it, and that the customer will be very happy after implementing these. And that model shows you that after implementing the payment system or robotic process automation, yes, they will find a proper content related to it. So this is all about the explanation of robotic process automation. What is the robotic process automation? How we do robotic accounting and auditing? These all are. If you have any doubts, any query, you can contact me on these details. It is showing on your screen. So again, I'm giving you thank you to the organizer who gave me the opportunity. And of course, it is a time limit. The time is given to me till 12. I have completed before time. So it's a good time management from my side too. Also, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. Thank you. Yeah. You are not audible, Devashri. Your mic is off.
Okay, sir, I'm audible now.
Yeah, audible.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, for your thought-provoking presentation regarding robotics and its importance in the field of accounting and auditing. Sir, there are questions asked by participants.
Yes, please.
Which software should be used for robotic accounting? Asked by Professor Babu Baksh Mansoori.
Thank you so much for asking this question. It is a very relevant question. I would say that it is as per the requirement of the business. Earlier, I told you, robotic is a whole part. We would not combine and we would not force to implement everywhere. So as per the segment, they need to decide that where they want, which segment they want robotics, so that they can minimize their time and maximize their profitability. So it is based on the basis of their requirement. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so next question. Manpower of accounting is going to abolish if robotic accounting is introduced. Asked by
No, no,
Poonam.
no, no. This is very big myth, I would say. How can you say even if robotic will be implemented, the person who is doing bookkeeping, who is doing journal entry, he will be updated. He will do the auditing part. His salary will be increased. How can we say there will be more opportunity in employment, no job losses?
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
How can we include robotic aspects in curriculum so as to make students employable in the market? Asked by Abhishek.
Yeah, Abhishek, it is essential. Nice question, because I believe we are relating to accounting and the commerce students, and we need to take care of all the persons who are associated with. This thing should be implemented to all the universities and all the institute. Reason being, because whatever method and whatever teaching pedagogy relating to accounting we are teaching them, it has been obsolete. We need to taught them. So the suggestion is to given them to the BOS members or to the deans, so that they need to implement one paper in their curriculum as a robotic accounting, and they train them, the student, that how the actual role of accounting can be done in the future. Because in present time, people are not aware to teach statistics on Excel. People are not using Excel on teaching pedagogy. They don't know how to use Excel even. So they need to literate first. They need to develop first, then they need to develop the students as well. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so next question. Tell us about the companies and firms that have adopted robotics for accounting and auditing, asked by Bhuvaneshwari PS.
See, robotic and accounting and auditing both are interrelated. These things should be managed by coordinating with the accounting team and auditing team. I already told you, it is not a commerce, it is a commerciology, which is a combination of information technology and commerce. So accounting and auditing work simultaneously along with the combination of information technology team, then they can implement it in the business organization. Yeah.
Okay, so next question. How can the robotic accounting and auditing system be implemented in the universities among government and private organizations, asked by Noor Fatima?
Yeah, I would like to say that in present time, some private universities are using robotic accounting. In private universities, might be some government universities, some portal was developed to teach the student. In some universities, of course, the online classes have been started. Then the people who are not yet aware about the system, it means you are teaching with them in your sitting your room or at your home, and the students are get benefited of it. I would like to tell you one thing. All the teachers here, after some time, you will find dual teacher classroom in your teaching pedagogy. Now, what is dual teacher classroom? One would be the robot, one would be the teacher. If teacher is not teaching well, robot will say, "Sir, you are wrong. You skipped it." In present time, we would say, "Okay, I don't know. Let us will discuss, or you will do this task, or might be we skip 1 or 2 points." But in future, if you are not updated, if you will not update yourself, then the dual teacher classroom should be implemented, and the robot will point out that you are teaching wrong. So friends, you need to update it if you want to survive in the teaching line. Yeah,
Okay,
thank
sir.
you.
Next question. Mention the software modules which can be used for robotic process automation, asked by Dr. Manjunath V.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Manjanath. This robotic model, basically in India, it would be very difficult. We are working on it. Some companies have been adopted. You might have seen in the Telangana government have also implemented the robotic process for security purpose at the railway station. They are doing their face recognition. They are making the system in the big data. They are assembling and they are identifying the criminals. So these are the top related thing by the government, initiative taken by the government for the safety and security. Similarly, if any businessman wants to implement robotic, then they do accordingly as per their needs. And that is in ignition, we can say. So it is an essential part for future, and that will be very important for them. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, sir. Last question, sir. Uh, Explain how can we gauge the quality of financial reports using robotics, asked by Kruti Dattatreya.
Yeah, I would like to quote an example for this. Is a very really nice question. You find out that in our finance sector, NPA is going up day by day. We don't know how the person having loan. So there is a C bill. If you heard about C bill, you might have been received often any mail from C bill that check your C bill. It gives your credit score. That credit score is basically a part of robotic software which gives you the creditability, whether you are comfortable to get creditability or credit from the bank or not. So we are working on a system for the banks that at the time of entry, the person who wants to apply the loan, we can evaluate whether he is in capacity to pay the loan or not. If it is there, then there will be lapses of NPAs in their system. So there will be a sound policy that they need to implement in their system, and accordingly they can be save their financial funds for the investors, and that would be a very good initiative taken by them. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Dear participants, on behalf of GFGC Bilikere, it gives me immense pleasure to take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks to our eminent speaker, Dr. R.K. Taylor, international author and academician, expert in robotics, associate professor, Department of Business Administration, School of Business and Commerce, and Faculty of Management and Commerce, Manipal University, Rajasthan, who spared his valuable time to grace this webinar with his extremely relevant address on robotics for accounting and auditing. I take this opportunity to specially express my deep regards and gratitude to Professor Lingegowda, Principal, and Professor Dhanlakshmi HS, IQC Coordinator, for encouraging us and providing opportunity to organize this event. I would further extend hearty thanks to Professor Gunashri, HOD, Department of Commerce, GFGC Bilikere, for her continuous support. I also thank all my colleagues and office staff for their support. My deep sense and appreciation to all the participants who chose to be live with us and attended the webinar with great enthusiasm and made it a successful event. Dear participants, the feedback link will be sent in the WhatsApp groups, Telegram, and via email also. Please fill the feedback to avail the e-certificates. Once again, I thank you all for being with us this afternoon. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.